All right, lads, welcome back to Inside MC, the podcast writes it down with an incredible guest every single week. And now, I must warn you, this week's podcast is going to be a little bit more of a sleepy one. Not as if it's going to bore you. The guest is incredible, and we're going to have a great conversation. And neither of us have already slept. I'm on 11 hours sleep in the last 3 days, and yourself, how much have you slept in the last however many hours?
I have slept 0 hours and almost 24 hours, I think. So this is gonna be great.
I should also mention, I'm joined with HDMICables.
Hello.
Hello. Great. More big introduction. How are you doing today?
I mean, as I already said, I'm a bit tired, but other than that, I'm doing great. I'm excited for this podcast. We're gonna have a great talk.
I don't want this to come off as a dig because it's not, I promise. There is a possibility that this podcast doesn't come out on a Friday. I'm going to aim for it, but with when we're recording it, and I've set it up, I might be a little bit delayed, but it's fine because you know we're still gonna get out regardless, and it's gonna be a great podcast.
Yeah.
So
that's fine.
Before I carry on yapping away here, I always like to give the introduction for you to introduce yourself. So who are you? What do you do? And if you have a fun fact either about yourself or in general, floor's yours.
I'm HDMICables. I'm 19 years old. Tomorrow I'm actually turning 20 years old. I speedrun Minecraft. I'm the best speedrunner in the Netherlands right now. So yeah, that's about it. I've been playing Minecraft like 13 years now. Well, no, wait, 12 years. So yeah, pretty good at this game.
You are the youngest person ever.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm young at 20 in Minecraft community. I feel like everyone's so young, or everyone's so like, I feel like everyone's like 15, 14, and I'm like, I'm kind of unk in Minecraft, no?
I think maybe it's InsideMC just being able to interact with like every community in the world. But I've noticed a lot like that the creators I've been bringing on lately mainly are around about the age group of like 20 to 25, and then a few who are a bit older. But no one ever really younger than that any like much. There's like a few like odd ones over here and there, but I feel like everyone's around about the 20 onwards mark now.
I mean, people in the community are always so young now. Like the audiences, I feel like the creators, of course, are a lot like near the higher end. Just because like time spent, if that makes sense. Like you have to spend time to become big, so you kind of have to be older to be a creator. Or at least that's how I think about it. But I think the audience members still like average like 15 probably. So
is that I guess like it might be a weird question, but I'm gonna ask anyways. Is this something that not specifically aimed to do, but do you think it's something that you're doing? For instance, like I've been told, like with InsideMC, obviously it doesn't get crazy amounts of view counts, but we're able to get incredible guests on like yourself every single week, which is really, really cool. But I've come to realize that I've been told by a lot of people as well. Sorry, is InsideMC is very much a creator listens to podcast. Like obviously we have viewers and listeners and all that kind of jazz, but I know a fair few creators who listen to this on occasion. So it means kind of a quote-unquote older audience is the focus, mainly because it is also waffling and you need a high attention span to listen to it all.
Yeah.
Is there anything you think you've done to kind of cater to a bit of a younger audience, or is that just MCSR?
Honestly, I think MCSR is very just generally catered to like a younger audience, because it's like very like everything's happening all at once. You have to go quick. Everything's like everything just keeps happening, you know? So it's like the TikTok brain of like young people right now that it stimulates a lot. So I think that definitely helps with like engaging younger audiences in Minecraft speedrunning. But I mean, yeah, I think podcasts are definitely, I mean, like an older audience thing. So I'm interested in how you think about like engaging younger audiences into listening to podcasts, because that seems like it would be a very hard thing to do with the current state of like attention spans and stuff.
To be honest, it's not really my main goal. I think like I don't know, like I try and cater to any audience, but I swear on the podcast. I mean actually I tend not to swear, but sometimes I will swear. And if I do, I don't go out of my way to cut it out. And also, like, you know, in the little introduction that I talked to you about, I tell you that you can swear, for example. Like I'm not really like aiming to, I guess, please a younger audience or get them to listen, mainly because we do, as much as we're learning about you, a lot of the, and I think over the course of this podcast it will become a lot more of a conversation and an interview, just because I don't know, I feel like we've interacted a lot well, so we can do that. But like, I'm interviewing you about you and learning who you are and what you do, etc. But at the same time, we're also talking about content. We're talking about, you know, growing. We're talking about, I guess, like mindset, mentality, which realistically speaking only really caters to someone who cares about getting into content creation or is a diehard fan and really cares about you. And that's why, like, and you know, I think I've talked about this with people in the past. The podcast doesn't get crazy amount of views, but it's still able to outreach to many people. For instance, like yourself, right?
Yeah.
I guess like to build on what you're saying and flip what my answer is onto you here. You actually asked. Sorry if I'm leaking this and I'm not allowed to. You asked to make an appearance on the podcast.
Yeah, it seemed fun. I watched a few podcasts. I don't remember exactly which ones, but I think I watched. Oh, well, I don't remember, but I watched one of them, and it seemed really fun. And I mean, I was already your friend, so I was like, might as well ask. I think so. I would consider us friends. Yeah.
I'd consider us friends as well. I just like, I don't like to come off as parasocial. Like, I don't, you know, messaging people like, oh, I have my friend HDMICables on the podcast. Like, okay, bro, you are you that friendly?
Yeah. We're friends. We're friends.
See, I am allowed to embrace the fanboy a little bit as well, but I will get into that. I actually, we'll talk about it more later, but just because we're on the topic of friends and stuff like that, I feel like my fan like boying, especially during the MCSR World Championships, came from like being your friend. For instance, like I love Hacking Noises, bro. I love his content. You know, I want him to win. You know, we've talked to so many times. He's been in so many videos. He's just such a cool dude. But then I also had this bias towards you, and like this isn't meant to be like in a rude way. I don't think it is, but just to cover myself here, just in case, is I had no reason to be supporting you. Like, do you get what I mean? Because I again, I really like Hacking Noises, but also I wanted to see you win, and like that's why I was like proper rooting for you, DMing you everything. Like I was really on your side. It was unfortunate. Again, we'll talk about that later on, but I think that feeling and that, I guess, quote unquote fanboying also came from the friendship bias, if you must. So
I see,
what you said the podcast, we'll talk about this a little bit because I'm curious. You said the podcast seemed fun. If you can answer it, what exactly about it?
I mean, I honestly just like talking about interesting topics, and I think you ask good questions. So like, I just like talking about stuff. Like, I bring up any topic and I'll like talk to you about it. Like, it could be literally anything, and I'll just talk to you about it for like an hour, and I'll be fine.
Do you have any topics you want to talk about right now before? Because like I said, as much as this was branded as an interview podcast, the last few podcasts have been very much just conversation, and I've really bloody enjoyed it. So I'm happy just to yap away and record it. Did you have anything you want to talk about at all?
I mean, not specifically, but maybe if I think about it, like coming up in conversation, maybe that would. Because that's mostly how my brain works. I'll just like my brain just goes like 10 different directions, and then I just think of something, and I just like the conversation can flip in like 1 second because my brain just does that. I don't know.
I guess then to start off with a bit of an easier topic here. How did you get your name, your skin, and how did you get into the Minecraft speedrunning community? 3-in-1 here. Banger.
So the 3-in-1. I think I'll start with the name. I mean, HDMICables. The name before the name I had before HDMICables was VDMI, and that's like, I don't know. I just like that name, and then people kept calling me HDMI because it's so similar. I was like trying to find like an OG name at the time, like a 3-letter name, 4-letter name that sounded cool, and I thought VDMI sounded cool. But then people kept calling me HDMI as a joke, and I thought, okay, whatever, I'll just switch it to that. But then HDMI was taken already, so I switched it to HDMICables, and then I don't know, I just kind of kept it as that. And that kind of became, I don't know, that just kind of became who I am in like Minecraft, and that's like how I got known. So I mean, that's now me. And then with the skin I had in season 9 playoffs is the Nil skin. I actually stole that from, there's this runner called Bogo's Binted, and I queued him in ranked once, and I thought he had a really funny skin on, and so Loki just stole his skin, and I've just been using it ever since. And then I got into playoffs, and now people will just say it's my skin. So I kind of feel bad because I kind of just stole his skin, but I mean, what are you gonna do? And then how I got into MCSR. So my friend AirPods, I met him. He's also a top runner now. He's like I forget his PB, 733 or something. He's like pretty good, like he's really good top runner right now. But when we first got into it, I met him in the Manhunt community, because that's actually like where I started to get to know people a lot. I met him in the Manhunt community, and he told me that he had, I think, a 1441 PB or something like that. And then I ended up as the competitive person I am, I just started speedrunning to try and beat that time. And then I think 2 weeks in of speedrunning, I got a like 14 or something. So I beat his time, and then we kind of just competed all the way down. I mean, it was kind of one-sided for a while, because he got like a decent time. I think I forget the time he got. I think it was like 920 92x, and then he kind of like plateaued for a while, and now he's really good. But like we kind of just competed all the way down to like push each other further to get better. And I just kind of fell in love with Minecraft speedrunning, and I've been just improving ever since. So yeah, that's how I got into it.
We're gonna go back through your answers here a little bit, because I have a few questions on them. The name one, I don't really have anything for. Very cool. I actually, I do have a question about the name here. Actually, what was HDMI taken by?
I don't know. It's just a name. Like I looked it up on NameMC before trying to switch to it, and it just said someone already had the name HDMI, so I couldn't switch it to that. So I just switched it to HDMICables.
Sorry, I was trying to be funny because HDMI is a real cable. Sorry.
Sorry, I didn't get it.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It wasn't. It was more me putting on a sarcastic tone, but it didn't land. It's whatever.
Oh yeah,
I'm
no,
keeping it in as
that's
well. I'll
fine.
take the
Okay,
embarrassment. It's my own fault. Whatever.
Yeah,
What?
that's a
Okay.
funny bit.
As for the skin, though, I was looking on NameMC. Did you? Sorry, correct me if I'm wrong here. Did you used to be Thanos from Squid Games?
Yes,
Was
the
that your
goat.
skin before?
Yeah. I used to
Why?
rock because I watched the Squid Game season 3, and it was so cinema. I love this character so much. So I just switched it to that, and I think it was like Shimon or something called like Elo Thanos or something on ranked. So it like kind of matched. That gave me the idea to put on the skin as well, because it's like I already loved the character, and then there was also Elo Thanos on ranked. So like I just switched to it, and I thought it was really cool. So yeah,
I missed the beaver
that's
skin. I fuck with that heavy. Is that beaver?
wait, which one?
The beaver. You wore it for like 2.7 years apparently.
Wait, I gotta look at NameMC real quick.
Name and see it's the third skin. You've been a few skins. You've been a wooden plank. You've been a few Dugiles. You've been me at one point. I forget about that.
Yeah, for the video.
The video.
But yeah, I mean, how I like when I first got my skins, if you go back all the way to like the first skins, is like I used to watch like Dutch YouTubers play Skywars and do like the I am stone and like all those types of videos. So I would like try to recreate those, and
But you can
I
see
mean
more
that's how.
skins than just the one shown if you number.
Yeah.
I wonder what my first skin on Java at least was, because my skin wasn't always this.
Mm.
Was it always? Oh no, it was always this on Java. Huh, fascinating.
Also, I think the beaver you're talking about is supposed to be Mr. Splinter from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I had a
Because
feeling. Yeah.
I think me and four of my friends were like running like a group team in something, and we were just like we all had like different skins, and we would like I would be like the IGL, I guess, like the in-game leader, and I would just like tell everyone where to go and fight in group fights. So it was really sick.
I honestly just forgot you can. I just didn't realize you could go back further than what I saw
Yeah.
on MMC. So I literally just saw that as like basically your third skin, but it actually wasn't your third ever skin. Like you said, if you click on your profile, you can see the Hypixel-esque skins instead.
Yeah.
And then for the getting into Minecraft speedrunning part thing. So what did you do beforehand then? Was it just Hypixel like we mentioned, or did you do other stuff?
Honestly, I started playing in 2015. I played CubeCraft mainly when
Oh
I
wow.
started playing. I played Egg Wars for like so long, at like I think 5 years with IRLs, until like 2018 when like Fortnite came around, and then all my IRLs were like, this Minecraft shit is so whack. Like, we're getting off of this. We're all gonna go play Fortnite. And I was like, this is the game I love. I'm gonna stick with this. And so I just met people online, and I just became friends with a bunch of people. And then that's also mainly when I switched to Hypixel, and I met people in like the Bed Wars community, and then I played Bed Wars for a while. I think until like 2020 or like 2021, and then Bridge came out, and I grinded Bridge for about a year, I think, and I got top 10 in doubles in that. I like
That's
top
insane.
10
Wow.
lifetime wins. And then after Bridge, I joined like the manhunt community, like and also kind of clutching, like manhunt and clutching. Like if you go to my channel, there's like a bunch of old videos of me like yelling about like stupid boat clutches and water clutches and like stuff like that. But I got into that, and then that also kind of got me into like uploading YouTube videos and like uploading runs and stuff like that. And then, I mean, through the Manhunt community, I already said I met AirPods, and that's how I got here.
A lot of people, and possibly including you, don't know this. But I've actually been in the MCSR community since the start of MCSR Rank. Longer than that, like, but yeah, I played MCSR Rank when it first released. The only reason I stopped playing it and didn't touch it for about 600 days was because I could never get Ninja Brain bots set up properly, and because I wasn't really in the community per se, I had no one to teach me how to configure it right. And it used to just drive me crazy. So I was like, you know what, screw this, can't be bothered. But I'm interested. I'd love to see like had I have stuck to it and grinded it as much as I do now. Obviously, I wouldn't know the tech that I do now, but like I'd learn it over time. If I could also be up there as a top runner. Right now, I'm
Yeah.
just like I'm good enough to get like I had a 8-minute stronghold enter the other day. So
Oh wow.
it was actually, I think it was like a 4-minute
Yeah.
fault or a 5-minute fault. I have the screenshots, send it to you. It was kind of
Yeah, you're just
insane.
gonna get sub 10.
It was insane, but like I'm not like good enough to, I guess, be consistent because I have so much going on in my life.
Yeah, yeah.
Right here you
With
go.
the InsideMC and
4
everything.
minute 31 Fortress Enter.
Yeah, that's crazy pace.
That's mental. I mean, I
And
know
I
it was a
mean
ruined portal,
that
but
is just
still,
sub 10 pace.
it's just mental. Well, yeah, I haven't even learned to zero. I still haven't set up boat eye. I really need to lock in.
Oh yeah.
I've come to realize. But yeah, so because of that, I wonder where I'd be. I mean, maybe I'd be as good as you. I'd be taking part in tournaments left, right, and center.
Yeah, I mean maybe. I mean it's and I mean if you like look back at the timelines, like so much stuff could have been different if you did that, because maybe you wouldn't have started Inside MC, and like all this stuff could have been different. Like
Well, I'm
I
happy to
mean
be
it's
here.
just crazy to think about. Yeah, I mean I'm happy, like everything before this led to this moment. Isn't that kind of crazy to think about? I
True.
mean, like the fact that you didn't decide to become #1 task in Minecraft speedrunning led you to being now known as InsideMC and being like this YouTuber and like content creator.
Actually
So
making
like,
content about speedrunners as opposed to speedrunning myself.
yeah, exactly.
It's so I was gonna say it's quite interesting because I always like to give props to Lewis Fulham, though he probably doesn't even realize it or anything because I haven't said it to him before. But I remember when I was like growing the podcast, I was able to get him on, and then as soon as I got him on, it's like almost like everyone wanted to come on. Like if I
Yeah.
so many speedrunners followed from that, like Poundy, Silver, Feinberg, everyone, and then because of that, it kind of essentially pushed me into the MCSR scene, and then I also got like I did an MCSR rant podcast before it blew up, which is one of my proudest things. I love when I bring on someone before they. I mean, actually, to be fair, not
Yeah.
really so much nowadays because like it's. I've said this to a few people and I agree. It's like say I'd bought. I always use Chandrea as an example. She's amazing, right? I brought her on too early because as much as she was a great guest, she came on before I guess she got quote unquote like opportunities. So we talked about stuff and it was a good
Yeah.
long podcast, but there was so much we could have talked about. Whereas like obviously with Rank, I brought them on like right before they blew up. So it's like always nice to look back and be like, yeah, you know, I knew them before before the playoffs, before World Championships, all that kind of jazz. So
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
will. Oh yeah, go on. Sorry.
you're a real OG, I guess.
I mean, I don't
I
think
mean,
I think you're more OG still though, but like I go back. I go back.
I mean, I think we started around the same time. I think when did rank started in like beginning or end or like beginning of 2024, end of 2023, I think.
It's something like
Right?
that, yeah.
Yeah, because that's like around when I started speedrunning. So, that's like, I mean, that's pretty crazy that Like, I don't know, it's just crazy to think about, like, everything that could have gone differently, if that makes sense. Like, I also really like psychology and stuff like that.
No
So
way.
like thinking about like I don't know, like it's just so crazy to me that like there's been like millions of like micro decisions that have led me to now being on this podcast, and like thinking about that is just insane. I don't know.
I was trying to look through my season 2 stats to see if I somehow faced up against someone, but for a bit of context here, I finished gold 2 that season. One of the games
Mhm.
that I won was a 17-minute time.
Okay, yeah.
Another one was 58 minutes. My slowest loss was 19:58, followed by 25. Oh no, finished by 22, and followed by 25:10. So yeah, you can kind of see what's up there. It was a
Yeah,
different time season 2, which is kind of mental. Sadly,
yeah,
it would have been funny if I came up against you, but sadly I didn't.
yeah.
Would have been good for the law. We'll talk about your playing in tournaments. Like soon TM. Yesterday, from recording this podcast, you actually casted a tournament.
Yeah, yeah. I casted Brick House with you. That was
How did
really
it
fun.
how did it feel to be on the other side of the table, essentially?
It was so stressful. Like I don't know. I felt like I wanted to be entertaining because I feel like I also when I'm like watching back, like for example playoffs or like I'm in the Ludwig LAN. I feel like sometimes the commentators can be like I don't know. Like for example, like Nerdy can like say like, oh yeah, if he doesn't win then he loses sometimes, and it's like I don't know. I feel like I critique stuff like that a lot because it's like I mean yeah obviously if he doesn't win he loses, so like
An easy
I
line,
don't know.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I want
And like all the like classics they say, like the person that's head is in the driver's seat and like stuff like that. Like I feel like I critique that pretty easily, but now that I've done it, I see how hard it is, and I've like gained a lot more respect for the commentators.
I wanna hear. Do you have any feedback for yourself? Is there anything you think you could have changed or done differently? For context, I don't really have any feedback. I think you did a great job. Maybe embrace the talking a bit more. Like it seems like this
Yeah,
podcast, you're starting to embrace it slowly a bit more, whereas at first you was a bit
yeah.
quieter. But do you have any feedback for yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I watched it back a little bit, and I think I noticed a lot that I was like very nervous, and so like I was kind of talking with like my inner voice, and like I don't know, like I feel like I could have been a little bit more energetic, and like could have been speaking faster if that makes so I don't know. I think just more energy would have been good.
No, I think you did a great job. I think you did really good. I think I agree with your points about the whole like being a bit more energetic, etc. But at the same time, it being your first casting, I think it was really good. And also like
Thank you.
I feel like we flowed quite well together. I was told by like one or two people that apparently our
Yeah.
chemistry was very nice, which is good.
Yeah, I think so too. I think we were pretty well balanced, like in the commentator booth.
We gotta run it back, surely, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm down. That was fun.
You
Hopefully, we don't have like. Also, after that, I coached someone. Let's talk about that for a second, because one of these struggles, like every time, it's like 12-minute nav. Like it's so bad, but whatever. It's unlucky.
I
That was my least favorite split.
So it was really funny just for anyone who did somehow watch by Yippee Day. It's called Brickoffs. It's great. This season it's I think like just really low ranked runners. Like I mean the person who was I was quote unquote coaching, which I'll get into in a second, was a gold player, but they were new to speedrunning. The person you was coaching was a coal runner who, I mean, by the way, were they smurfing? Question mark? Because those times for coal a little bit insane. But so yeah, once we were done with the commentary, which again we did an incredible job. We were told that like one of them was missing a coach and everyone was possibly about to miss a coach. So we both offered to coach, and obviously you took the quote unquote lower rated player, which again was smurfing. And I took the quote unquote higher coach player who actually didn't end up needing me. They had their coach. Their coach was at the airport, by the way, backseating them.
Oh.
And then it got to like game 2, and I was like, okay, they're about to win. Before they ended up dying, and it went on for ages, but he still won anyways. I was like, you know what? I need to go to sleep. We're recording a podcast today. I had work from 5 a.m. to 1 p.m. So I was like, I need my beauty sleep.
That's some grueling work hours, bro. That's actually terrible.
But it means I also
Yeah.
have the day to do stuff, which is nice.
Yeah, that is also true. But then you're gonna be tired later in the day. So like, I don't know.
I mean, I
Do you, do
mentioned
you,
it at the
do you
start of
have
the
that a lot?
podcast.
Do you like get tired earlier or no?
A little bit, yeah. It's definitely easier to. I mean, it really depends. It really depends. Like these last few days have been weird because I've been able to just. I think it's the motivation and the grind. Like for instance, it was fan casting. Of course, it wasn't official, but myself and Portal MG, who I need to stop bringing him up on podcasts, bro. He's getting an ego, and he's gonna listen to this, and he's gonna DM me being like, "Yes, I am getting an ego." He's not getting an ego. I mention him basically on every podcast. We've just become really good friends. He's the developer who owns Racing to Beat Minecraft. I suggested you as a guest for that. Yeah, I told him to reach out to you. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
I was like, no, please reach out to HDMICables. He'd be such a good guest. I'm glad he
Yeah, that
did.
was really fun.
It was pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
But what was I going? Oh yeah, we casted MCC together. Fan casted MCC Pride, which was great. Had that, and then also like we were meant to be recording on a Sunday, which again like I'm just bringing it up. It's not meant to be as a dig. I'm sorry. So like I had that locked in, and then because we didn't, I did other stuff. So I've been like fairly busy these last few days. So I haven't really had time to get tired. But I think once this podcast ends, I'm probably gonna crash. I reckon I'll have dinner and I'll probably just lay down and sleep, or I'll go live. Who knows?
Totally valid. I mean, if you're really on the grind set, then that's what you got to do. But I mean, also make sure to take time for yourself.
But this is time for myself, I guess, right? This is what I enjoy doing. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, that's fair. But
I get your point.
Don't burn yourself out. I mean, like even if you like, I enjoy Minecraft speedrunning, but I also shouldn't do it like 10 hours in a day. Well, I do, but okay. Maybe that's not the best example. Like I shouldn't like play it like I shouldn't push myself over like being tired or like stuff like that. Like just basic stuff like eating food and like stuff like that, which I honestly do. So that is pretty bad, but
were you TwitchCon in 2024, 2025, sorry?
No. I this last TwitchCon was my first TwitchCon that I went to.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
So I had a panel at that TwitchCon, which was it was talking about the managing an organization inside Minecraft. So talking about what's it called, like managing, like, so for instance, InsideMC is essentially a quote unquote org. I'd love to turn it into an esports org, where I actually have like players under the InsideMC brand. Of course, you have to pay people for that, and Minecraft is getting there eventually, but it's still a little bit slow to the mark. But it'll be there soon. But maybe InsideMC can become like a quote unquote esports org. But first time I mentioned that on the podcast, by the way. I've talked about it with people in DMs, but first time I'm bringing it up here. But so during it, someone asked a question of like, how do you manage everything, or how do you like, I guess, balance everything? And I said, and I've always been like this, I've trained my body to be this way. I was like, if you can, it sounds so bad, just give up on sleep. Just like if you can get away with it, just go like I said, these last 3 days I've been sleeping for about 5 or 6 hours. I've got the next 2 days off so I can sleep more. But I've just had so many meetings, and tomorrow, for instance, I'm recording with Filza, which is really, really cool. And like today, obviously, I'm recording with the famous HDMICables. So like, it's hard to be burnt out when I have these cool opportunities.
Yeah.
Kind of idea. Sorry, I went on a little bit of a waffle there. I think that might be the tiredness taking over, just the ranting away. But you get the idea. So
yeah.
You wanna?
I mean,
oh yeah, go on.
The issue with me with sleep is, I'm really good at staying awake if I just I'm good at like not sleeping ever, basically. But the issue is once I'm asleep, you're not waking me up at all. Like, I mean, I feel like you've noticed that twice already, sadly.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
But like I just will not wake up to alarms, and I've also had like stories of like my mom like waking me up. We have a full conversation, and like that's what she tells me, that we had a full conversation, and then I just like fall back asleep, and to me nothing happened. Like I was just like, I never even noticed that I was awake or like I said anything. So yeah, I mean, waking up is really bad for me, but I mean, so like I wish I could get away with like ruining my sleep more, honestly.
I get that. Yeah. I mean, sleeping is nice, right? There's nothing to complain about.
It is, yeah.
I get what you mean, though. It's just a bit tough, and you miss out on stuff because of it. Like, I mean, as in, like, if you sleep in, you miss out on stuff.
Yeah.
We've hinted at it and beat around the bush a few times here, but we'll touch on it now. You've played in a lot of Minecraft events, like MCSR adjacent events, as of like out in the last year, for example, right? I mean, one of the biggest ones being the MCSR World Championships. So tell us about those.
I mean, that was just crazy. That was like the best weekend of my life. I can't lie. That was so insane. Meeting everyone. I mean, like the craziest part about it is like I'm just a random kid. I just play games in my room and I get good at the games, and then now I'm like meeting like all these people that like I know. I get like flown out to LA to play the game that I love. Like it's just so insane. Like also I've been watching Ludwig for so long, like actually so long, since he was like just starting on like streaming and stuff. Like I think I tapped into Ludwig when he just quit his job to go like time on streaming, which is like pre-subathon, pre all that stuff. So yeah, I've been watching Ludwig for so long, so it was so insane like meeting him in like at the LAN, and like I mean kind of like playing in front of him as well. It's just insane.
It's
So
it was very very heartbreaking, right? With the with
yeah,
you were 2-0, what was it, like 2-1 or 2-0, messed over
yeah,
by a
2-1.
stronghold.
Yeah. I mean, in hindsight, it's just like it's just nerves. Like every like I feel like everything is just like I just get so nervous and I just don't think about what I should be doing. And like like the stronghold nav, the issue was on the very first seed is I opened a door which I didn't actually end up checking, but because I opened that door, I thought I already checked that area. So I ended up like just coming to that door, seeing it's open, seeing a staircase down, and just thinking, okay, well this has to just be too deep, and like I've already checked it out anyway, so why would I go down there? And I mean that's the difference between 3-0 and 2-3. I mean it happens. It's sad. And then like the other seeds. I mean I could have won every seed. Like seed 4, like he doesn't go for 0, I go for the 0, and then I just get so nervous and I mess up one double bed, and then I just die. It happens. And then I mean the last seed was crazy. I fully turned my brain off and I went for a craft 0. And it's very unlucky that it was front 91 because that's the only setup for 0 that placing, or like one of the only setup where if you place the anchor in like the bed spot, it breaks crystal. So if it was like front 88, I probably would have won the seed. But I mean, it wasn't, so unlucky. Like, what are you gonna do?
When it came to the event itself, for example,
Mhm.
before I want to talk more about the events and the BTS and all that kind of jazz, but I questioned you probably won't know the answer to, but I just want to hear it anyways. Obviously, had you have gone on to beat Hacking Noises, do you think you could have won the entire thing?
I think I would have, honestly.
I mean, you lost to the winner
Uh,
technically, right?
well, yeah, and also thinking about like how I mean, like the way that Alcocord played in the hack, like the matches versus hacks, I feel like I would have probably won that if I played the same against hacks as I played against Alcocord. I think I would have done almost the exact same scoreline, and then like the games like hacks versus Feinberg, I think I win a lot of those seeds. Because if I remember correctly, I think Hacks died on one of the seeds he lost, or like one or two of the seeds he lost. And like if I just don't do that, then like I mean, I feel like I just win more of the seeds. So like I don't know, but if I beat Hacks, the whole timeline would have been different, and Alcocord could have just played really well. So like it's all like hindsight, like herald activities. Like everything would have been different anyway. So I mean, I think I could have, but it's fine.
Let's talk about the actual, like, I guess, quote unquote, holiday away itself. So, you had a long way to go to get to America. For
Yeah.
context, for anyone who's wondering, from recording this, the event was like 2 weeks ago now. But, like, actually, no, technically last weekend, kind of,
Yeah.
right? So when did you fly out?
I flew out on Thursday. No, the Wednesday. No, wait. What am I saying? The 18th. It was. Wait. Let me check my calendar. Wait, because I just know it was. Okay, yeah. I arrived on the 8th. So I left on Wednesday, the 17th, and then I arrived on the 18th. Or wait, no. I left on the. Sorry. Redo the whole thing. I left on the 18th, and then because of time zones, I landed 2 hours later, but it was actually like an 11-hour flight. So I landed at like midday on the 18th, and then I stayed. So that's the Thursday before the event, and then I stayed until the Tuesday after, just to like hang out with friends and stuff like that. And then I got home the 24th, which is the Wednesday.
Was there any
So
like
yeah.
prep or anything that you needed to do? Or, like when you got there, 'cause I know the classes and stuff had obviously see the prep and the practice and all that kind of jazz.
As in like practice
Well, no,
or
as in like, sorry, like for the event, obviously you had to set up your PC and all that kind of jazz. But like, did you get to see
yeah.
the venue the day before, or was it just on the day you were
Yeah,
there and that was
yeah.
it?
So on Friday there was like a rehearsal
That's what I mean.
thing.
There we go, rehearsal.
Yeah, yeah. I had like a rehearsal, and I mean, it kind of wasn't a rehearsal. They didn't like really tell us what we were gonna do, but it was mainly the whole of Friday for me at least was just setting up PCs because they told us on the Thursday to like what all the stuff we would need to set up all the PC stuff, but I was already there on the Thursday, so I didn't have access to my PC, and so I like forgot to like send my like Ninja Brain bot settings config over and like all that stuff. So the only thing that I sent was my ranked instance, and for some reason that doesn't save tool screen or something. I don't know. It like settings are weird. But I only had my ranked instance. And then what do you know? My ranked instance that I uploaded also corrupted, so I had to set it all up again in on the practice PC because we had one practice PC and then we had the FFA PCs, and then you had to set up both 1v1 PCs like just in case you like we're playing on either computer, right? So we had to set up 4 PCs, and I like set it up on the practice PC, and then I like had a USB stick and I had to set it up on everything. But I'm so bad with like technical stuff. So like I set things up once and then I never do it again. So I was just really slow. So like the whole of that day, I think I got there at like 2 p.m. or something. And then 2 p.m. to like, I don't know, around like 9 p.m. or something. I was just setting up the instances the whole time. Just doing that the whole time. Like, and other than that, I mean, I just met people like backstage. That was like the first time I met like Bafkin and all those people. That was really cool.
You get to eat your wait, let me remember the name. Called what's the first letter?
C, I think.
No, I can't
I think
think of it. I'm lost.
Do you mean canes?
Canes, that's it, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get to eat your
I
canes?
did not actually. Well, I
What?
did eat canes, but I didn't eat it for the challenge because so supposedly,
We need
or
some
well, the
context.
idea
Wait,
was.
we need some context before you explain what happens, because for people who don't know what
Oh
I'm
yeah,
talking about.
oh yeah, that's fair. So last LAN, last tournament that was like in person was in Las Vegas, and I had this bet with my friends that I could that I could eat the whole Cane's menu because they were like, "Oh, it's so much food," and I didn't think it was that much, so I like made a bet with them that if I could eat the whole like menu. I mean, it was like a nothing bet. It was like $5 or something. But I bet that I could eat the whole menu, and then I got pretty close. I ate like everything but like a caniac, which is like the biggest meal they have. So yeah, I got pretty close, and then I was gonna retry that. On like in on this LAN, and I was actually gonna do like a duo run with Hacks, but then Hacks had to leave on like Monday morning, so we were planning to do it on Friday, but I didn't want to do it on Friday because that's like the day before the tournament, and so we moved it to Sunday. But then Sunday, Andronicus filmed his 1 minute video, and that was supposed to only take like an hour, but we might have died a few times, so it took like 6.5 hours, and so we were up until like 3 a.m. or something playing this like stupid run, and just like we didn't have time for the Canes challenge, and since Max flew early on Monday, we just didn't end up doing it. So yeah,
Is Andronicus still turning that into a video?
yeah,
I saw it went off
he's working on it.
like you said there, hours.
Yeah, I think he's gonna turn it into a video in like a week or something.
Oh jeez, okay.
Yeah, he's working hard on it.
That is heartbreaking though. We need to get you back to America, maybe even if it's just for the next year's World Championships.
I hope so. I hope so.
If I come into a lot of money somehow, I'll sponsor you. You can join.
Yes,
you can be
please.
my first member of my esports org, InsideMC.
Yeah, yeah. I'll definitely join, bro. It sounds like
IMC cables.
wait.
That goes hard.
That is actually pretty tough.
No, yeah, it sounds like you had a great time. I mean, you played in, what else have you played? You played in playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. You've been in other tournaments, but I just can't think off the top of my head.
I played in the like Evil Geniuses FFA one, and I got top 4 in that.
I think that's how I discovered you more. I think I knew who you were, but that kind of like cemented my like, I believe you can genuinely go on to win something at one point. And I still feel that way. I think you'll
Yeah.
get there. It's just, just takes a bit of time.
Yeah. I just gotta win. I gotta win one. I mean, I feel like with this performance now at the Ludwigland, like how close I got to beating Hacks, which is like, I mean, in my head he's like number 1 player like right now. So like how close I got to beating him, I feel like I could just make like a deep run. But like in season 9 playoffs, I got picked by it's pretty funny. Like season 9, I got picked by like seed or like 2 or something. Like I got picked by Dougal. And then in season 10, and then I lose like 3-1 because I mean I'm just like nervous as hell. It's my first playoffs, so I'm not thinking about the run at all. And then season 10 playoffs, I get picked by seed 1, which is Infume. And then I lose. I don't remember. I think I lose 3-0 or 3-1 or something like that. Yeah, not a great performance either. But like now at the Ludwigland, I like just locked in and I 3-2, and it could have been, as Fulham said, it could have been 5-0. But I mean, it happens. But yeah, I think I can make a deep run. Hopefully, season 11 playoffs.
I mean, you just gotta keep, like I said, you just gotta keep going at it. Like it's like this is like a child telling their parent how to be a parent. But like you just gotta keep grinding. You just keep doing MCSR.
Yeah.
I know it sounds so basic to say, but like you got this. I genuinely believe. What are some of your favorite like moments during your time in MCSR? Either it be like cool moments, like funny moments, just anything that you can like. When I said that out loud, you thought of like, yeah, I want to bring that up.
I mean, obviously, like achievements in speedrunning. Like pretty recently, I had a 516 porter room, which is like porter room world record with explosives. Like it's even faster than Skycrab's run. It just, I mean, I was sending it 3i, so I mean that's kind of.
And it landed.
I mean, no, it didn't.
Oh, I didn't land. No, sorry.
Yeah,
oh, that's
it would have been really fast, but I mean, it's an 11% chance for like crazy world record.
Yeah, I lost the world record.
Yeah. It's unlucky, but I mean it happens. And then I mean my first sub 8, which is the 756, which is still my PB. I mean that run, I was like grinding for sub 8 for so long, and then my sub 8 is on like really not that good of a seed. Like it's bridge, and there's a fort in 28 chunks. I think it was, and then the rates are like 5 for 13 or something, and the second portal is 2100 blocks away. Like it's just not that good of a seed, and then I just crank it out and I get like a 756 on it. I mean that was like one of my proudest runs, like by far. So yeah, and then I mean also like in run accomplishments, like I think there's a lot of cool stuff I did in the FFA, for example, like there's this one run where I went for a 0 with 2 bed, 2 anchor, and the arrow went through the dragon, which is like, I'm pretty sure it's just RNG. I don't think there's like anything you can do to not make it go through the dragon. Which I was trying to go for to double bed, went through the dragon, and I did like very bad damage with my first bed, and then my second bed was great, and then I did like the max damage you could with a double anchor, like +1, and I killed the dragon to get number 1 on like seed 9 or whatever it was, in the FFA portion of like the Ludwigland, which was like, I mean, that was just insane.
Oh, if there's ever... See, the thing is, I know mid-offs is like Turbo's thing, right? And I think it's amazing. I'd love to see, and sorry, like with that, obviously the official Minecraft partner with TwitchCon and stuff is incredible. Would love to see an MCSR tournament in TwitchCon though, just so like I can, because I could have probably went to, I don't think you were at this one, I could have went to LFI, but I think I was like working that day or something. Like I could have taken the time off, I just didn't end up going because there's a lot of money to go down for like an hour or so.
Yeah,
But like TwitchCon, if you're there for the weekend and stuff, it'd be like, are you planning on going Berlin?
yeah. I think so, yeah. Unless something gets in the way. But I think I would be going, yeah.
I just feel like you could have some like a lot more cool, I guess, in real life moments. Just go, you just got ban
Yeah.
hacking noises from the event. I think that's fair.
Yeah. I mean, Hax has been talking a lot about burnout and like taking a break from Minecraft and stuff like that. I mean, of course, like Berlin is in like a year, so he might be back by then. But I mean, I'm pretty sure he said he isn't gonna go for season 11 playoffs.
He says that.
Yeah, and then he does it anyway, and then
He
he
does
wins,
anyways.
and then yeah.
I mean, the problem with
But
that is, and like obviously this is your podcast, so we won't talk about him too much. But I just want to touch on it since we're talking about it. It's like Max is currently at like the peak right now. Like he's averaging 1.1k viewers just by speedrunning Minecraft. You know how insane that
Yeah.
is? You know how insane that is to go live to 1,000 viewers daily. Like, and like I get
Yeah.
burnout like sucks and stuff like that, but that is so big. He's just got to push through it. Like he can still, I guess he can still like play. Just, I mean, even then if he does other stuff that isn't MCSR, like I know it's, I mean, I'm speaking from someone who only does MCSR myself. But you know,
Yeah.
like you could look at other stuff maybe, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
It's a fun to, I guess, address the elephant in the room because we need to talk about you and your content creation. What's going on, HDMICables?
I don't know. I feel like I'm very much a perfectionist in a lot of the things I do. So like I like to have like kind of a plan, and I kind of want to be entertaining. I feel like I don't just want to be like I don't know. Like when I look at Twitch and I just see all these like Minecraft speedrunners, I feel like it's always like you're either the best and you're famous because of it, and then you're also like, I mean, Hacks is like just like insanely funny, so like that definitely helps. But like I mean like Infume and like stuff like that, they're just like really good, and that's why people watch. But like I want people to watch me because I stand out in an interesting way, not just because like I play the game and I'm like a top runner. Because like if you just like if you open Twitch, it's just like 40 people playing ranked, and then like there's like I click on them and the title's always like, oh yeah, ranked for this elo or ranked for this placement, or like and it's all just like no mic with like random music on and like stuff like that. And I don't know, I just think it's like it gets boring at some point. Like it's just like the same stuff over and over again. So I'm like trying to find a way to be interesting in ranked like I don't know.
You're
And
missing out on the Instant Orbit
I'm struggling
streams.
with it.
HDMICables.
What's up?
I said you're missing out on the Instant Orbit streams. Luckily enough, because I'm not like a top tier player, I don't have to worry too much about constantly trying to win or being great. And as much as I'm trying to
Yeah.
win, right, I can just have fun with it. Like the other day, for example, I will enter the end sub 13, I think 3 times in a row, and lost every single
Yeah.
game without even getting the chance to kill the Ender Dragon. And then like the next day, I win 5 games with like 20-minute time. So why am
Yeah.
I losing when I'm on a 13-minute time, but winning when I'm on 25? The point is, I get to have fun, so I get to be silly, goofy, and that's why like my ones are just like playing music, just singing, I was chatting to chat. Like I talk to chat a little bit less when I'm on pace. So when I'm just doing a run and having fun, like I have progress turned off. It's like, yeah, let's just waffle. So I've been enjoying that a lot. But it's obviously a lot different with you, who kind of, I guess, needs to win, you know? So
Yeah.
I get
I
what you
mean,
mean though. It's a tough
yeah.
balance. But even in like YouTube content, man, like we talked about it previously in DMs.
Yeah.
You need, I want to see more YouTube content. Like you have such potential to do so. Even if it's just tips and tricks on like, even if it's just like I guess like fun tutorial videos of like how to set up bow tie. Because I still have no clue how to set up bow tie. But if you made a tutorial, I'd watch that. And like the other ones are cool, don't get me wrong. There's plenty of tutorials setting it up. But they're also like, I guess, tutorial-esque. Whereas like if you made it not so tutorial-esque, and maybe we could have a bit more fun with it.
Yeah, maybe. But then again, as I said before, I'm so bad with technical stuff. Like I set things up once and then I never do it again. So like I don't know. Like I honestly like Elite in, do you know who Elite is?
Is that just their name Elite, or is there like more characters?
Yeah. It's like Elite. And like it's 3 Elite or like 3 DCR or like they have like 1,000 names.
I might know 3 DCR, but that's it.
Yeah, I mean they're this like they're an interesting character. Let's just say that. But like they're like in gold and they do like Thai search crafting and stuff like that, but that's besides the point. They were there backstage on the rehearsal day and they like helped me set up like everything because I just didn't remember how to set up Kodai. And I mean, I think tutorials are just boring as hell. Like I feel like it should just be like I feel like things should just be more accessible and it should just be like one click and everything just opens. But like I don't know. It's like I don't think tool screen is the way yet. Like tool screen is good, but it's also like, oh yeah, it's coded in the way where you get like virus detection if you open it and stuff like that. So like I don't know.
What do you use then? Do you use ToolScreen or do you use something else?
I use tool screen, yeah, but I honestly really dislike tool screen because it is a lot of like jargon that's used in the in like the settings and stuff like that. Like maybe it's just because I'm stupid or something. That could just be it. But like I have no clue what like half the things do because it's like all these like complicated like word usage and stuff like that. Like I don't know. I feel like I feel like there should just be like a button. Like I feel like there should be like a basic layout. I mean there is, but like a basic layout with like every option so that everything is like very accessible for screen. But I mean I'm saying that, but then I don't know how to do that. So like
Think it's I have like a bit of a not so hot take per se, but maybe just a bit of a shit take. But I'm gonna say anyways, is I'm enjoying ranked a little bit less at the moment because it feels like you have to do it one way to do well. Let me explain. So for instance, I'm in gold, and in gold I should be, like I have an 18-minute average time. I've got a 12:02 as my PB, which is great, but like I have an 18-minute time. My gameplay varies depending on the seed, right? I play as fast as the seed will let me. I'm like one of those players,
yeah.
which I believe is what gold should be. Sometimes I'm coming up against people who are doing 22-minute times. Sometimes I'm coming up against people who are hitting like sub 11s or like just missing out on a sub 11. I came up against one dude who was in gold 1 the other day and they went for a 0 cycle and hit the 0 cycle, which is like, okay.
Yeah.
So what I mean is with this is it feels like ranked has very much become you need to do bow eye, you need to do what's it called? You need to do bow eye, you need to do like measuring a certain way, you need to go for a 0 cycle if you wanna, like win or go really fast. Like it feels like to do well in this you have to follow a certain format, and I'm not enjoying it as much because I will learn them eventually, but I haven't even attempted to learn 0 cycle because I'm not really losing like runs to the end, but also like I'm in such a weird state right now, whereas if I die I just lose. Like there is no coming back from that, which is ranked, which is ranked competitive gameplay, which is completely valid. But it just feels like you have to do everything flawlessly and the way ranked wants you to do it. Otherwise, you don't do well. Like they have a note at the top. They do little like what's called a little like fact things. It's like, oh, try using no calculator. If I try using no calculator, there's no way I win that run.
Yeah.
No hate to ranked, to be very clear here, by the way.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I disagree.
Oh yeah, no, go for it. That's what I'm saying. It could be a shit take. I'm just saying anyways.
I think that's the nature of a speedrun. I feel like the issue with that you're having is like I don't know if you know anything about Super Mario Bros, for example, but
A little bit,
this is gonna be like like a what do you call it? Analogy.
Okay.
So like in Super Mario Bros, I feel like what you're doing, what you're saying right now is you're like, okay, I got the 458 with like the perfect normal strats with like no flagpole glitches, right? And now you think it's boring because you kind of have to do flagpole glitches to go faster, if that makes sense. So like it's kind of the nature of like getting better or like falling into like or like being a better speedrunner to like learn better bastion routes and like learn all that stuff and to like get better. I don't think you necessarily have to because like the whole point of ranked is just to show how good you are compared to others, and yeah, the like median is climbing. I think it's like getting higher. Like I think gold 1 players are better now than they were because just like strat development and stuff like that. But like you just kind of have to if you want to. I mean, it's like it's kind of hard. I feel like is the main issue with that you're having in ranked is that you want to climb the ladder, or
You know what I think my problem is? I'm just jealous that I'm ass and don't have the time to lock in. That's my problem. Like, so, like, like I said, my hatred isn't towards ranks. It's not the hatred towards anybody else. It's more so hatred towards me that I feel like I have to. Because I mean, clearly I don't have to, right? I mean, look at Feinberg. He does no F3 and is still winning a shit ton of games. So you don't. That's what I'm saying. Like, I should have made that more clear in my original statement. So hopefully people haven't clicked off after that and been like, yeah, this guy sucks. My point was more so it feels like I have to do it a certain way if I want to do better. Like if I want to improve, I have to do bow tie. I'll have to do zero cycling. Clearly, I don't need to because, you know, like I said, other people can do it without that. But
yeah, I mean, you really don't have to. There's like so much stuff to improve other than Boda and Zero Cycle. I feel like Zero Cycle is like the obvious thing to point to, but I don't think you need Zero Cycle until like, I mean, I think you don't need Zero Cycle until like Diamond like 2 or something. Like I think you can just make it there with just learning like the basics of, or like learning how to do bastions optimally, like learning how to like crafting order, like just a bunch of like micro stuff that you can do better. Like I don't know, like honestly you can just get better by just watching like just watch like Dougal play, for example, and just see, okay, this is my crafting split with 11 iron and this is his crafting split with 11 iron. What does he do differently than me? And like switch to what he does, and then bang, there you go, you already save 5 seconds over your opponent. And then bang, he does this bastion route, and then I do this bastion route, and that's bang, another minute. Like, and then you can save 2 minutes with zero, but you can also save like, I mean, as you said, your average was 18 minutes, I think. You said.
Well, yeah, like my average is 18 minutes, but it feels like it shouldn't be 18 minutes, kind of thing.
But like there's also there's like a minute or like 2 minutes of that average are like is like zero, and then there's still 6 minutes that you can just fully save on like bastions, fortress, ordering, stuff like that. So I think there's so many options to do. Like there's so much stuff to improve on. I don't think you have to follow the basic route of like learning all the pro stuff, if that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, it was just me taking. I mean, I can't emphasize enough, like at the start of the podcast, I have had 11 hours sleep in 3 days. Maybe I have just got to waffle mindlessly stage.
Yeah, I'm noticing that I'm doing that too. I can't lie.
Hey, we're still having a good podcast, I reckon.
Yeah, I think so too.
The silly, goofy HDMI Orbitzz podcast. It just means more reason for you to come back on in the future as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel like, so fun fact, by the way, it's very, very rare that I bring on a guest and don't have any notes wrote down for them. I have nothing wrote down for you. Normally when I have people on, I'll have like a little like little list of like, talk about this, talk about this, talk about that. With you, I was like, you know what? We're just gonna freeball this. So with that, is there anything else you wanted to talk about today, or have we done a pretty good job of covering everything?
I feel like we've done a pretty good job of covering everything. I think everyone kind of gets to know me and how I think about stuff now. Hopefully, I didn't ramble too long. But I mean, this is great. I think it was good.
Well, before we end, we're not just ending just yet. We have Twitter questions. I don't write these down beforehand, and also because they're not my questions, I don't really build on them too much. But I'm going to read them as we go and make sure not to ask ones that we've already answered. The first one here comes from Pizu.
My guess, yeah.
What's the inspiration behind his being Dutch?
So you know my parents, right? They birthed me in this country. Well, so there's Mama HDMI and Pops HDMI.
Got you. Okay.
And I'm gonna skip the birds and the beanstalk. But
they speedrun hand in hand.
Yeah, exactly. They speedrun hand in hand, and then I spawned in the Netherlands, and now I'm Dutch.
See, I had a perfect annotation, but then it just makes it sound like I'm calling either of your parents a gold digger, which isn't a girl. I was gonna say that like one of them traded gold with the other, and then you was born in the Nether. But then, like I said, it sounds like they're calling them a
Yeah.
gold digger, which they're not. So, but then they would have also been stealing from them technically first. So I don't know. There's a whole thing there. But no, that's a great answer. I love that. The next one is from Synthium. Big Synthium hater here.
What?
No, I'm not. They actually sent me. They added me on Discord, by the way, just to send me the clip of them messaging you, telling them where they are, and you just locking eyes onto them.
Really?
Yeah, during the LAN.
That was funny. They sent me like top down image of me of like where I was sitting at the LAN, and I couldn't see anything because there was like lights shining in my eyes. But like I knew like about where they were, so I like kind of looked in their like general direction, and then they got that like funny clip. So yeah.
Well, they asked, does he come here often?
A little bit.
Yeah, these two questions are kind of.
I mean,
all of them.
Pizu and Synthium are both my friends.
They're all a lot about like Kane's menu. Like another one is from Spera Harapan. Retrospective on attempting the Kane's menu. And we got like Koala, any reflections on the second attempt at the Kane's menu? Like, and the other ones are just like, why the name HDMI cables we answered? Who liked the DisplayPort cable? What's your favorite and least favorite cable? Like, what is this?
Honestly, about the do I like DisplayPort cables?
That's from I want to give you credit. Evil Quattro.
I am kind of a fraud because. I do use DisplayPort cables on both my monitors. I have HDMI cables, so I'm a little bit of a fraud, but it's okay.
It's fine. It happened. The name still goes hard.
That's all that matters.
Well then, with that being said, sadly that brings the end. I feel like we've had a really great talk. We've been chatting for an hour and 20 minutes, which is does not feel like that at all.
Yeah, no.
I've also been. Oh, sorry, go on.
I think it definitely helps that we're just like sleeplessly rambling about like just random stuff, and time just flies by. When I'm recording a podcast, I also have a Twitch stream open. You might have heard like my mouse clicking a few times. I have it muted this entire time. Fulham has been reacting to today's new video, like on my channel, which is kind of insane. I wasn't expecting him to do that. So I've been watching it on mute and just basically watching his reactions and reading the chat while talking to you, and everyone seems to be enjoying it. So that's nice as well. I gotta get you back in another video. So actually, I might have one for you. I'll be dead honest with you here, and you know it's not in a bad way. You weren't first choice, but I might get you involved in something fun. Okay.
The only reason you weren't first choice is because you've been in a lot of videos already.
No, that's fair.
So, well, before I do the outro here then, I always like to give this opportunity for you to promote yourself. So, for anyone who enjoyed this podcast and doesn't know who you are, where can people find you?
Twitch.tv/HDMICables_. I think it's HDMICables_ on Twitter too. And then just HDMICables on YouTube. I gotta stream more, but I mean, if you watch the whole thing, you know why I don't stream that much. But yeah,
I believe in you. You've got God, it's gonna sound so great. You've got a lot of potential, as if you haven't already reached that. But you got way more, way more. So I'm excited to see it.
Yeah. I mean,
sorry, go on.
I'm excited where the road leads me. Hopefully to a playoffs win pretty soon.
Hopefully, I can be a part of that journey. I'm gonna say it here just for the Aura Farm clip, if I can ever get it. HDMI cables wins playoffs in the next 5. Just to be better safe than sorry. You will.
Wait,
what playoffs are we
5 seasons? Well, how's that Aura? Wait, I win. No, it would be even tougher if you say HDMI Cables wins the next 5 and then I win all of them.
No, because the thing is, like, you gotta think about it, right? I mean, we go through the playoffs. We have Silver 1, Loki 1, Priffin 1, Loki 2, Dougal 1, Loki 3, Dougal 2, Hackenoises 1, Hackenoises 2, EDCR 1. Like, there's not been many winners at all, right? So I think winning within the next 5 is good.
Yeah.
It took Hackenoises 8 seasons to win.
Yeah.
So, and now look at him. So yeah. But okay, you know what? I'll make a prediction.
And third every time.
You might win before, you might win after. Guaranteed, season 13 is your season.
That I'm okay.
You like I said, you might win season 11, you might win season 12, but you're definitely winning season 13.
Sure. I'll take you up on that offer. I mean, I think I got it next time, bro. I'm so confident after.
Oh no, I'm not saying you're not going to win season 11. That doesn't mean that you don't win. But I know, like, I reckon you can win it. But for the Aura clip here, you win season 13.
Yeah. All right. I
So,
got you. I'll fulfill the aura.
okay, fuck it. For the clip, HDMI cables, you're gonna win season 11. There,
Yeah.
that's for the clip that I forget I ever made, and then we just move on like nothing
Yeah.
ever happened. Well, with that being said, then, like I said, that sadly brings the end of this week's Inside MC. Thank you so much, HDMI, for coming on. You have been an incredible guest, and I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have.
I have. Amazing. Thank you for having me on.
No worries. Well, yes. Thank you all for listening. Stay safe. Don't eat too much bread. Get some sleep. Both of us. Anyone listening, if you're tired.
Yeah.
Pieces.
See ya.